Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. Today's show is going to be a fun one because I'm going to talk about the Waldorf Astoria in Orlando. My wife and I stayed here around mid-October of 2021, and I wanted to show you around, let you know what we thought of the property. My wife and I decided to take this trip because we wanted to see some of the attractions in the area. First of all, SeaWorld had some new Halloween events that were very, very scary, I must say. And then also Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. And we also took in the Epcot Food and Wine Festival at Disney, which was absolutely awesome. We got to eat a ton at the Food and Wine Festival, and we had ourselves scared to death at the different Halloween events, but definitely worth it for both of those. In the background there, you're going to see the Signia property. That's also a Hilton property, and you can see there's some construction going on here. They've got some fencing going up around the property currently, and the parking garage is located over where the Signia is there. Parking for valet is $40, self-parking is $30. I recommend doing the valet because the walk from that parking garage to the Waldorf Astoria is a little bit of a hike, in my opinion. Not very good walking lane, so I would stay away from that. At the entrance, I did notice a lot of dead grass and half-dead bushes, too. Not sure what the deal is with that. Hopefully they fix that at some point, but hey, it's there, and you deserve to see it. As you come in the front door, you're going to see the majestic clock. You'll notice that this clock is in the middle of a lot of their ads that they run as well. So this is something you've probably seen before if you booked this property online. My wife and I are Hilton Diamond members. There were no upgrades when we checked in. They said it was fully booked. It could be because of the Disney 50th anniversary celebration. Not 100% sure, but it was fully booked with no upgrades available. We did use points for this entire stay. We booked 5 nights total, and remember with Hilton, if you book 5 nights with no points, that 5th night is free. The other 4 nights were at 80,000 points per night, meaning that our stay grand total was 320,000 total points. And as you walk off to the side here, we go around the really cool clock. You're going to see kind of a lounge area. It's where a lot of people seem to be relaxing in the evenings. There is a bar area in here. The carpet looks really interesting. It's like a peacock feather kind of deal. And then there's also food in here in the morning. This is when I got the video, and you can see me passing by there. So they do have croissants and breakfast sandwiches, things like that. Just a really neat open area where you can sit, just lounge, relax, and get together with any friends or family that you plan on meeting up at the resort. Just be careful because there is a peacock watching you at all times in this room. Let me know what you think about the peacock picture down in the comments. I'm curious. And of course, my wife has to get a picture with a peacock photo because what girl, or woman should I say, wouldn't want a picture with a peacock? I mean, come on, that's just natural. There is a piano player in the evenings as well when we were at our stay, so that's kind of relaxing. You can go down, have a cocktail, eat some snacks, and listen to some piano. There are some shops available on the first floor. You've got your kind of general shop here that's got snacks, a few clothing items, things like that. And then you'll also find this purse store. You actually have to make appointments to go in, so there you go. By appointment only. Make sure you do that if you want to buy any purses. Now this is Oscar's, and this is a place for breakfast. If you've stayed at Hilton, you know that they've gotten rid of the free breakfast, and basically you get a credit for food depending on your status with Hilton. And we were able to have $50 a day for food. We didn't use it for breakfast, but here's a good shot of the menu just to see how far that would go. Again, we had $50 available for us, so you can see it pretty much gets it right there. After tip, it would be over $50, but that gives you a good idea of the menu. Now, the pool area is actually pretty large, and there's some different pool choices when you go outside. As we go through the gate on the right and left-hand side, you are going to have these cabanas. If you want to drop a few $100s and get a cabana, you can rent them for a few hours. You can rent them for the entire day, and the pricing is just subject to how long you want to stay in the cabanas and the time of year as well. So if it's of interest, you want to watch TV at the pool, absolutely go for it. But there's plenty of different options for those that have kids or that don't like swimming or that aren't good swimmers. There are definitely different levels here. You've got 4, 5, and 6 foot depths in the pool. And you'll see in just a second, there's also a 0 entry pool as well for those with little ones. The hot tub is very large, surprisingly, and the water is actually hot. Now, a lot of resorts that we stay at, the water is kind of lukewarm in my opinion. I like a good hot tub, and this one definitely was a little bit warmer than most. Taking a break from the pools, we'll come back to them in just a second. I have to highlight this place because I was thoroughly impressed. I actually don't know the name of this place, but it is the Pool Bar Restaurant. Okay, I'm going to call it the Pool Bar Restaurant. The food is surprisingly very, very good. I'm very cynical when it comes to, pool bar foods and stuff like that. It's usually very generic and not really that great, in my opinion, in a lot of places I've stayed. It's just okay. However, I have got to say that the food here is absolutely awesome. Myself, I had the chips and salsa, I had the Mediterranean hummus, I also had the pizza, which surprisingly, poolside pizza, New York style, very, very good. I don't know if it's because my expectations were extremely low or because the food was that good, but I will say both the cocktails and the food were absolutely excellent and the service was amazing. Now remember that $50 food credit I mentioned earlier, we did not use that to go towards breakfast. We used a lot of it actually here at the poolside restaurant because we were so impressed the first day that we used it. We were like, well, heck, let's just use this. I would rather have chips and salsa for breakfast and pizza for breakfast than some of the stuff that was in Oscar's. So I can't vouch for Oscar's. We didn't eat there personally. We spent all of our time here at the pool bar with food, except for one day, and I'll get to that in just a second. But overall, very impressed. If you want to get food, I would recommend getting it from this pool bar location. It seemed to be a great place to grab a snack, and the menu is pretty big as well. Getting back to the pool again, even though it was completely booked, when we were here, there weren't a lot of people outside by the pool, and I'm not 100% sure why, because the weather was actually very nice for laying out. I didn't really see a lot of chairs full. You didn't have to fight for chairs, so in my opinion, this is not a resort where you'll have to go down at 7 o'clock in the morning and claim your chair, or you won't have a place to lay out in the sun. Now here's the zero entry pool I was talking about, especially if you've got little ones. There are a ton of seats right next to this zero entry area, and it goes back to the variety I was talking about a little bit earlier. You've got zero entry pools, you've got 4-foot depths up to 6 feet, and then look at all these chairs as well. I mean, all those chairs there for parents, grandparents, or anybody that's traveling with babies or small children, you want to keep an eye on them. There are a ton of seats to be able to do that. Now, speaking of kids or grandkids, this is really, really cool, and I gotta say, if I was a kid, I would absolutely love this resort. This mini golf, it's free. It's free, correct. There are some things in life that are free, and this mini golf is one of them. Now imagine if you're a kid going out here to this mini golf course, you can actually create your own obstacles by moving the different shapes around on the course, and you can just make endless amounts of new holes for the golf course. So if you're a kid, you'll absolutely love this, and this is free. All you do is go up to that small little clubhouse and ask for the clubs, which are right next to the zero entry pool area. You also have the beanbag toss game. Again, just go ask for those. Those are out there as well. They also had a giant Jenga game, but there were some people playing them. I didn't want to get them on video. But there are a lot of different things for kids to do there. And again, all the snacks at the pool bar. Here's a look at some of the foliage and bushes and trees and things that were out here. Just like the front of the building, there were a lot of like dead grasses and half alive bushes. It looks like this place has seen better days in terms of that, but oh well. Now moving inside, this is Bull and Bear Restaurant. I've got to take some time and mention this. This is located on the first level, right outside of the Peacock Room, all right? And the reason I'm mentioning Bull and Bear, number one, this was my birthday dinner, and I've got to say it may be the best meal that I've ever eaten, okay? And for the price it should be. Our total bill came to about $300, but listen to this. With the Hilton Aspire card, I was able to use my $250 resort credit, and then we used our $50 food credit for this particular day, which equals $300 total by the time you add those two together, to cover our bill at this amazing restaurant. So again, the credit card rewards go a long way here, and they allow you to experience things that you would otherwise never pay for on your own. I probably wouldn't pay that much for a meal out on vacation. It would be very rare. In this case, we're able to do it and really enjoy ourselves and order whatever we wanted. And here's just a short glimpse of some of the food. It is hard to explain exactly how good it was because it was just out of this world. Everything that we had. They even came by for dessert and made a tableside ice cream out of heavy cream and some kind of liquid nitrogen kind of thing. I don't know. They whipped it all up at the table. It was crazy. And even the cocktails were good as well. And of course, the big thing that we heard about when we came here was the tableside Caesar salad. Now, is the tableside Caesar salad any better than one that's not made tableside? Actually, it is. I'll be honest with you. There's something really cool about seeing it made tableside, and I actually took a 5-minute video of this guy making this. He was nice enough to let me film this entire thing, and if you want me to put out a video on the channel of 5 minutes of watching a Caesar salad be made, let me know. But here's what it looked like at the end. Again, hard to do it justice. It was absolutely amazing. After a big meal, you may want to work off some pounds, and this is a great place to do it as well. If you go down one floor from where Bull and Bear is, you will find the fitness center, and the fitness center is pretty darn big. and they've got a lot of different options for working out here. A lot bigger than some other places that I've seen. It doesn't feel like you're cramped or anything like that. And conveniently, every time I walked by here, nobody was inside. So apparently everybody's just at Bull and Bear, or they're having their cocktails and they don't really care about working out. But there are plenty of spaces. One interesting place that I do want to highlight is the Kids Club. Now, let me just say this. The Kids Club is not open as of right now. I'm recording this in January of 2022. We were there in October of 2021. It wasn't open either due to the circumstances going on in the world right now. But hopefully there are plans to open this back up, and I did speak to someone in management there. They hope to be able to open this back up in the future, but you can see they've got a foosball table, TV, video games, other games that you can play with, puzzles, and they've got somebody that mans the desk there for the safety of the children as well. And this is located within the fitness center. So if you want to get a workout and let your kids go play for a little bit, literally, there is the Kids Club. And then you can see the fitness center bikes are right here. So it's a very convenient location if you want to be able to work out. You know, a lot of people say they can't go work out. You know, they don't have anybody to watch their kids. Well, that's not the case. So there's no excuses not to work out now, I suppose. Overall, I was very happy with this property. When it comes to the overall look of the outside and some of the dead bushes and dead grass, I mean, obviously that could be improved. I think it's important to see that because I don't think it's something that would be highlighted. Make sure that you do the valet parking. You will thank me later. Pay the extra $10 a day to do that. It is 100% worth it. And if you can save it up, go to Bull and Bear Restaurant. It is an amazing place, maybe the best meal I've ever eaten. And if you want to use your food credits, I would recommend using the poolside bar because the food, everything, literally everything that we had at the poolside bar was amazing. So those are my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and we will see you on the next video.